Setting healthy boundaries, I think it's like a big topic for me, mainly because I've been there. I've really been there. If you hear a little bit of noise in the background, there's some puppies, and cute puppies next to me, but yeah, I will probably bring them at the end of the session. But so yeah, this is something that I had, I felt it and I have lived it, and luckily I worked through it for many years, so now I'm quite comfortable of setting boundaries. So it is possible. For sure it's possible. And something to remind is that this is not to place a wall, this is not to disconnect or to push away someone, but it is something that is needed for your own mental and emotional health. It is important and needed for your own integrity. One of the main reasons why we don't establish healthy boundaries is the fear of rejection and the fear of conflict and the fear that we might have a fight and that people will reject us and will push us away and they're not going to be wanted to be with us. And something that is truly interesting is that we have this primal need as humans, as animals, we need acceptance from the others, and we need that. So that's why it's so important for your brain, your subconscious mind, to understand that this is not to reject yourself, this is to protect yourself, this is to be integral with yourself, to be there for you. And it's not a way of you taking others away or that others will push you away. So feeling guilty about telling someone that you don't want that or you need something else or it's something that it can drain you and it can take you a little bit away of placing that boundary. So that would be another reason why. I think one that some people talk about, but I think not enough, is the lack of confidence and self-esteem when you really have your back, like when you're really there for you and you trust yourself and you trust what you're saying. It's much easier to place boundaries, but when you don't have it, it's so hard to place boundaries. It still goes to the part of fear of being rejected and fear of conflict and fear of being disapproved by someone else. And most of the things, maybe you don't have them consciously, but we all have them in a degree or another in an unconscious level, just as humans. So it's completely normal, completely natural, but it is not the end of the world. It's not just because it's natural, you're gonna stay there. No, not at all. And the last one would be the lack of practice. You practice your way into setting limits. If you were not taught how to set healthy boundaries and limits from a young age, it's gonna take some time, it's gonna take some practice, and it's gonna go slowly, but it's gonna go. It's just a matter of practicing setting boundaries in a healthy way. How do we do this? Number one, recognize your needs. Recognize what is it that you need and write it down. Write it down. So I need to be respected when I need to feel like I am loved. I need to be appreciated. I need to be accepted. I need whatever it is that you need from that situation that you're living or with the person that you're having this lack of boundaries, either it's work or at home or whatever it is. Write it down. What are your needs? That's number one. And from there, you're gonna work on your self-awareness. What does it drain my energy? What does it piss me off? What does make me angry? What does make me sad? Very important to have this clarity. An example of this: you are talking with a best friend of yours, and this best friend of yours always talks about herself or himself all the time and doesn't allow you to also express yourself when you are struggling with something, or she is like, yeah, but yours is not as big as mine, and diminishes yours. And then because you want to be there for others and you feel like the need to be there, you listen to them and don't say, look, maybe I hear you, but maybe you need someone else that is not just a friend. Maybe you need the therapist, maybe you need the coach, maybe you need someone else that is not just me, because I only have a certain amount of tools. I cannot help you. I'm not an expert on this. I can listen to you for a bit, but that's it. And I also have my own energy and my own things that I need to express, and might not be the same, but for me are important. For me are enough to be expressed. And with that, you have the tool number 2, which is to set a clear limit of where are you standing, from where, what do you need. If you don't know what is your limit, how will others know that that is your limit? How will others understand that after 1 hour of talking about them, that's enough, you want to do something else, or you want to go home, or you need to talk about yourself? Something that helps to make the transition of implementing boundaries, healthy boundaries, is to start to talk to the other person as loving and compassionate as you can, like very softly. Not that you diminish yourself and what you're saying doesn't have meaning or importance, but that you tell them, look, this loving and compassionate, not so, look, this actually is too much for me. I also feel drained. So to place them in your shoes, like, I understand and I'm here for you and I care for you, or I love you, but I still need a little bit more time because this is too much for me right now, or I cannot deal with this. This isn't the same example that I was saying before with a friend, but it can be used for anything, even for work. Like, look, I understand that this is a work environment and I highly understand where you're coming from, but I really need this. So therefore you are using, it's like building up, knowing your needs, knowing your limits, and then starting to talk about it in a compassionate way. Now, 2 very, well, not unknown, but very important things, very important tools to use when you're setting boundaries is, number 1 would be self-care. When you have non-negotiable self-care days or hours, you, like, for example, you set up 20 minutes for reading your book or watching TV or listening to music in your bathtub or whatever it is that you need, and this is non-negotiable, people will also understand what is it that you need, what is your limit, and that you are prioritizing yourself. Boundaries are there not to take anyone out, but to really be there for you, to love yourself, and to set up an example of how to treat yourself in a healthy, loving way. And this last one that I want to tell you, this one is so personal to me as well, because I am so, like, my body tells me everything. My body always knows. Sometimes my brain doesn't pick up, but then my body is a little bit in discomfort, and then I know that something is wrong or that I am uncomfortable. And that is the tool number 5. Use your body. Your body is always telling you. Your body catches up on things in a subconscious way that you are not catching up, and that you might be feeling drained or tired or annoyed or uncomfortable. Your body knows. Follow that lead. Follow the clues that your body is telling you to understand what is your boundary, to understand until where. When you're like, I don't want to go, I don't want to feel it, pay attention and follow that. It never lies. It's like a detector. We have this great antenna, great ability, and taking it like a little bit holistically, not only what you think, what you feel, but also what your body is telling you. It's a big, big, big tool. Not too many people talk about this when it comes to boundaries, but it's one of the best ones because it does not lie. And you know it. It's not that I'm saying random things here. You know when something you don't like, you put a face, or you put the shoulders different, or you move your head or your body towards something else. Your body does it for you. So follow that. and see where is your limit from that. If you have any other question, or you want to go deeper, or you're having an experience or a situation that is a little bit more, that you need a little bit more help in this scenario about setting boundaries and clear limits and in a healthy way, please contact me. I would love to hear from you, or send me a comment or a message. I would love to reply to you for whatever you're struggling with or you're dealing with at the moment. And if not, I see you on the next video. Bye-bye.